This excerpt was taken from my second interview with guitarist Adrian Vandenberg. If you'd like to listen to more interviews and excerpts with Adrian, click the links in the description. You know what I found incredible when we talked last time? I thought, I think I saw that tour, you guys, twice on the 87 tour, or promoting the 87 album, once with Motley Crue and then once with Great White. But then somebody reminded me about a Texxas Jam, and I was like, holy shit, I saw that. I went to all the Texxas Jams, and I looked it up, and I was like, I was there. I don't know if I ever saw a band 3 times on one tour cycle. Does anything stand out from any of those tours? Anything stand out from the Motley Crue tour? I think they were still in their party phase. It was right before they got sober, I believe.
Yeah, but they're definitely in the party phase, and we were on fire, you know. All we had to do is play like a 45-minute, 50-minute set or something, and we were on fire, and you could tell because originally we were supposed to be special guests for longer than we did, because we were doing so well that in quite a lot of reviews they were writing that we blew Motley Crue off the stage, and our merchandise was doing better than theirs. So at one point I think their management wasn't too happy about that, and also we were ready to start headlining because the records were doing amazingly well. But we didn't even have enough repertoire for headline shows. So what we did is we rehearsed during sound checks for more songs, and the first couple of headline shows we actually repeated 2 songs and we jammed as an encore. For instance, on ZZ Top's Tash, David, of course, changed Tash into Tits. So, to keep it Whitesnake-ish.
That's right.
But, it was all like, it was a tornado, basically. And before we realized it, we were a year and a half on the road.
Are there any Motley Crue stories that stand out in your mind when you reflect back on them? Any involving any of the guys, or any hangouts or anything?
Well, I used to hang out with a little bit, with Tommy especially, and we had a couple of dinners with 2 bands at the same time, where all of us went together to like an Italian place or something or whatever, and it was usually pretty chaotic, of course, but I must say I haven't seen any of the stuff that I heard about in their book, The Dirt. I haven't seen that stuff happen, to be honest, and I'm not sure whether it's exaggerated a little bit for sensation to come up with a book like that, but I don't know, because they were always in a great mood, and it was always fun to hang around, and they were just really nice guys, and I enjoyed their show. A couple of good-looking chicks on stage, and it was the Dr. Feelgood tour, I think.
Oh, that was Feelgood. Oh, and, so they were sober on that one.
Yeah.
So they were. Oh, okay, I thought it was the Girls tour.
No, sorry, you're right. It was a Girls tour because they had the girls on stage. And Nikki Sixx was with this chick that was with Prince before, prancing around backstage half naked. There was always something going on, but it was not like a total pandemonium, that people think it was, because I haven't seen that a lot, It was just like a great vibe backstage for everybody.
And then from there you go, is the Great White tour kind of a double headliner tour? Because they were taking off at the same time, I believe.
Opened up for us, actually, because at that moment, our album was number 1 and Here Go Again was number 1, and we were selling out arenas like crazy. We would do like, for instance, 2 sold-out nights in Cobble Hall, and then 3 months later we would have to come back and sell it out once more, and go to Europe and Japan and all the stuff, So yeah, Great White was opening up for us, and a couple of other bands. I think Great White was with us for, I can't remember how long, and then Bad English was opening up too at some point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And let's see what else. I think, a couple of months of somebody else. I can't quite remember because I wasn't always there. With Bad English, I always got on great with John Waite. I saw a lot of their shows, and they were great. It was a great band. To me, it's always surprising that they didn't really make it as big as they should have, I think.
Do you remember playing the Texxas Jam?
Oh, man, that's one of the highlights for me, because it was our very first show, and we only rehearsed for about a week and a half or something. And I had the feeling that we were let loose on stage like a couple of cows after being locked in the winter, and then the first time going to the meadow again. We were running around like crazy, and it was just really exciting because I've never done a gig before that big. With Vandenberg, when we were touring with Ozzy, there were big shows in a couple of big festivals, but the Texxas Jam, well, you were there. that was like 80,000 people or something. It was ridiculous. I do remember it was really, really, really hot. Me being Dutch, I wasn't really used to those temperatures. And we played, I think, around 5 in the afternoon, so the sun was already low, or 6 in the afternoon or something. The sun was low and it was really, really hot, so the sun was shining straight into our faces and on the neck of my guitar. And I remember the frets on the neck of my guitar were so hot that I almost burned my fingers. I had to change guitars like every 2 songs.
Wow. That's incredible.
It was detuning, of course.
That's incredible that was the first show with that lineup, huh?
Yeah, it was.
That's incredible. What a way to start.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I was so excited because with a band like that, with a lineup like that, David in top form and killer record was basically that every rock musician hopes to happen to him at one point, It's like a teenage book.